Hey, so what's up here? Since no one readily is caring to listen to anyone's advice, unless that advice yields something in truth, not in favor of that person, but in favor of a belief. I've realized that. Okay, let me get. So, no one really gives a shit what I have to say. Not really. I mean, for those that do listen to me and think that I'm giving sound advice or at least some kind of solution to what's going on in certain topics and things like that, and you listen to me and whatnot, and you share, you might leave your comments and whatnot, I'm going to be honest with you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm being real. And I don't want to go any further than that because I'll just end up crying. So, I want to do my part I want to upstage every last Trump supporter, partisan Democrat, partisan voter in general. Everyone that's all crazy about this COVID-19 thing. I have to look down and see if my mic is working. I have to make sure that I do my part in catering to you. Into you. All right. Ready? Because this is how we're going to do this. Now, granted, these are going to go pretty much against what I already think. But I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. Nobody else. You. All right? So, COVID-19. Let's go to conspiracies, all right? These are ones that people probably just aren't thinking about anyway. Like I said, I'm upstage everybody. Now, let me go with this conspiracy and, well, it's going to be have to. Now, I done told you I don't really think about this. I don't really weigh into it anymore. But let me know if you think I am going on what I think or what you think. And you never know, I might be going on what your friends have thought. Tell them to listen to me. Because people are going to take this out of context. I know they are. They have to. So, first one, COVID-19. China wants to rule the world. Now, how would China rule the world with COVID-19? Okay, let's do this. All right. See, what they did was they found somebody that was going to free fuck a bat. That's the first thing. All right. Just straight up, they did it. But it wasn't good enough. There was a little vampirism with it, so they had to drink the blood or throw the blood on somebody in some way, somehow. Now, after doing that, the person got sick. Nobody knew what was going on. Now, this is all in Wuhan, China, where this really got started spreading. Now, in Wuhan, China, knows that it stayed confined into just Wuhan. It didn't really spread out anywhere. Why is that? That makes no sense, right? That's because it was contained. The government contained it. They knew what they were doing. See, China planned this for quite a few decades. You think about it. Just think about this. All this time, I mean, of course, there was a little smog, a little bad air, right? But they was wearing masks already. They was already preparing their citizens for it. Because look, if your citizens die off in numbers, you don't have anyone to rule anyway, right? Just think about that. So what they do? They kept most of their citizens safe from COVID-19. That's what they did. They were smart about it. And all of a sudden, these people in China, notice you didn't hear about so many deaths from China. They were sick, a few sniffles or whatnot. But see, that's because they bred it in China where the Chinese people would be used to it. See, they're immune to it because it came from their own bat. That's what happened. They're immune to it. And so what they, now this, I know this is a leap, all right, but it's really not. Think about it. Now, how are people going to sit there and not be so sick? But then the whole damn thing, now I don't know if they really free fucked the bag or not, but I know that they cut it and all this and the blood and all this other stuff. I know that because, if you don't know it, you sure shit shouldn't be talking about it, all right? So with all this going on in China, and all of a sudden, just think about it, China, they weren't really that concerned. They kept it under wraps. They hid it from everyone. See, the experiment got out, and they didn't want nobody to know about it. So this is how China's going to rule the world. They made sure that just a select few people would get out of China with it. Now, when they got out of China with it, it spread. Think about Italy. Think how Italy, everyone just blew up there. How did everyone in Italy get sick, right? Really? Come on. everyone gets sick, but you don't hear about that many people dying in Italy, right? You don't really hear about it. When was the last time you heard about somebody in Italy dying of COVID-19? Really? You ain't hear about it too much. Now you see those graphs and stuff where they show the whole thing is in red and stuff. In all honesty, I don't think that's really people that got it. I think that's just people that just happen to have been around somebody or knew somebody that had it, so they just marked them as somebody that had it. That kind of thing. Like when somebody died of emphysema or something like that, and lung cancer, but they'll just say, it was just lung failure. And then they'll just chalk it up to that. Not really saying what it really all about. If somebody OD on drugs, they'll just say they died of a heart attack, but they ain't gonna say they died of cocaine or heroin or anything like that. They're gonna just say they OD'd and it was a heart attack or some crap like that. See, it works like that. So when you got these people there in China, okay, spreading their crap to Italy, and you got other little places in Europe like, Holland and, Belgium and stuff that don't necessarily get it, but they don't have any restrictions, right? They don't have any restrictions, but they don't really get it. So, you got to think about that. Why them? They're small, but they're also major areas for certain goods and trades and air support, like airplanes and things like that. So you can't get those places jacked up. It's all a part of China's plan. And all of a sudden, what happens? All of a sudden, people in the United States start getting sick. Really? Now look, the United States has been in debt for China for a very long time. All right? China exports their goods to the United States. And you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, Trump is going to sit and go through some kind of trade war with China. If you're watching, there was the air quotes I put up there. You can probably hear it in my voice. So, yeah, they going through all this stuff, right, to jack up the prices. See, the people in the United States, they're the ones that are going to pay. They're going to pay all that trade good stuff, right? That's what that is. See, that's propping up China. See, they're using that extra money because people export from China all the time. You know how much extra money that goes into China's pocket? That's too much money. That's a lot of money. China makes a lot of money off the United States for all of, just simple paper clips, Transformers, other toys, models, adult sexual content in terms of dolls or whatnot. And China's making a killing on those type of things in China right now, So they're cornering many markets, all right? And China's already got close influences with Japan. Think about how close they are, how the island of Japan is real close, to China. That makes sense, right? Because Japan, they're leading the market in everything that they do, and they're the world's technological leaders. China, they kind of infected Japan, but that's just a little bit. They got like a little bit of Japan infected because they need Japan's market. But United States, now see, that's different. Because like I said, we owe them. China basically could just cash in and own the United States. But they don't want that. No, what they're doing is using this virus to bankrupt the United States. And once they fully bankrupt the United States, then all of a sudden, COVID-19 will just sort of go away. Just watch it. It's just going to go away. And everyone in China is going to start moving over there. Why do you think people are dying so readily, so quick? I mean, come on. 50,000 people dead. You got over, 30 million people out of work? Really? Come on. And now look, it's all a conspiracy. China is ruling everything. Trump got his hands tied. He tried to stop this. He saw it coming, but he couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't. He thought it was some kind of deal doing this trade war thing, but they turned it on. That's why he got quiet about the trade war. He got quiet because he knows that China has got his number, and he's trying to do everything he can, but the Democrats won't work with Donald Trump. They just won't work with Trump. This right here, this is how you bankrupt the United States. This is how you make every other country look at the United States like we're stupid, and then they're going to start siding to do things with China. They're going to do better business with China, and China's just going to be like, we don't care about the United States. And then when everyone here, we lose our, our 2, 3, and maybe 40 million people are dead, that's when the Chinese people are going to start moving in. They're going to start living here. All those homes, think about it. Think about it. All those homes in Michigan and other places, in those hard-worked places where the homes are not used. Think about New Orleans. You know, all up in there, Louisiana. You know, the demilitarized zones. Nobody can live there. Detroit, Michigan's jacked up. Louisiana's jacked up. All these homes in all these places. Ain't nobody got any place to go live. Nobody got jobs. What are you going to do? Work at a job that's not there? The jobs are going down to Mexico. And look, think about the United States shipping so many jobs over to China. Come on. You got to think about that. China is already in works. And the final stage was COVID-19. In about 5 to 10 years, you know what's going to happen? More Chinese people are going to be moving here. And they're going to start using their military drills and stuff here. And look, you think the drones, they're mostly made in China for a reason. I'm just saying. You know, so China, that's their master plan. That's just one conspiracy. That's just one. China's gonna take over. Now, that's already 10 minutes of something used. But look, here's one more conspiracy. All right. Here's one more. All right. This is all to control you. See, if you are thinking that there's some kind of pandemic out there, you think there's some kind of pandemic. There isn't. There's no COVID-19. There isn't one at all. All right. There's no coronavirus. It's all in your mind, man. It's all in your mind. That's where the government got to you. They're in your mind. So you think that there's something out there, some little virus, some little infinitesimal thing that you can't even see unless you got a microscope. It's going to really put you down and kill you? No, that's something else, man. Look at all them 5G towers going up and now people going down. Ain't no coincidence. That's no coincidence. They built the 5G towers primarily in some of the more, poverty-stricken areas. Why? To kill off those people. They don't care about the poor people. Not at all. No, they want the middle class and the upper class to be okay. They don't care about the little people. They don't care at all. So the 5G towers go up. It's the 5th generation of how to kill a motherfucker. That's what it is. So what it is they're going to sit there and kill off everybody with these radiation waves and things like that. And what happens is when you think just for a second, the government might be giving a damn about you, they're going to really activate those towers. And you're going to see people get sick left and right, all over the place. They're going to get sick. And when they get sick, they're going to need the hospitals, right? They're going to need Big Pharma. See, everyone wants to talk bad about Big Pharma, but they need it. They need the insurance companies. They need it. And when they get you beaten down and weak, that's when they can ship everyone in, take over those areas, build them up into these rich, lavish places. Because every poor person is going to be dead. The rubbish. See, it's like the Purge, but with towers. That's what I'm saying. It's like the Purge, but with towers. And I mean, I ain't talking about just any old tower. I'm talking about the tall towers, the ones that look like trees, because those are the ones that's going to get you the most. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you are right there in December, ready to, Santa Claus and the Christmas trees are going to look up, and the trees are going to have lights on. But it ain't lights, man. It's not. That's radiation pouring off into your neighborhoods, into your drinking wells, and everything. It's going to kill you. 5G was to kill you. 5G plane, everybody want. 5G towers, nobody needs. No little person anyway. And then once everyone is dead, that's when they take the towers down. So I just want you to think is there. Because see, when you are trapped in your homes, what do you want? You want to get out. So if you're trapped in, you'll think anything, you'll believe anything, just to get out that house. And they're going to tell you 5G is safe. They're going to tell you 5G is the way to be. But they're killing you. They're killing every last one of you with these towers. And no, the towers don't cause COVID-19. They don't give it to you. It just helps it. That's all. That's if there is a COVID-19. You hear me? So you got to think about that. I think I got time for one more. All right. So here we go. Final one. COVID-19, don't know where it came from, don't know how it got here. We don't know if it came from some kind of animal, crossbreeding, or anything. But we do know that it did start somewhere on this planet. Somewhere on this planet it started and somehow made its way into China. It skipped a mass area of China, didn't it? And it found its way into Wuhan. I don't think it has too much to do with a bat or anything like that. What I do think, though, from what the evidence is showing me, I think it's a government conspiracy. That's all. See, the leaders of the world have done enough damage. And see, when they do enough damage, they get scared because the people start to open their eyes. They open their eyes. They just, look at that. They open their eyes. They open their ears. They start thinking more. And they start organizing. They start rising up. And when they rise up, governments get scared. And they should get scared. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to overturn those governments. It happens ever so often. It does. And the government wants you scared. So what do? What do? Coronavirus, COVID-19, get inside, stay away, because they don't have a police force large enough. But they've got a fear base strong enough. Fear. You're scared of getting sick. You're scared of dying. You're going to get in your home. You're going to stay there, off the streets. And now the people out there protesting, you know what they're protesting? To get back on the street. The people are protesting on the street to have the freedom to be on the street. They got into your mind. They controlled you. They stopped the revolution. They stopped you from doing what you got to do to overturn the government, to elect better leaders, to push out the old guard and in with the new. They stopped you. They got into your mind. And now you're sitting at home, scared. You're scared to go out. You're scared to organize. You're scared to do anything and everything that could take to make the world better. You think there's a COVID-19? No. Democrat, Republican, dictators around the world, so-called democracies around the world, they just want you trapped so you can't fight back. And now they're going to organize other ways to keep you down, because that's the point of it. And you can't fight back now. See, that's the true conspiracy. And while you're at home and you can't vote or you don't vote, the people that don't care about their life anyway, the older generation, those that are in their 70s and up, see, they're the ones that's going to go out and vote because they don't care. And they're going to vote for the old guard all the time. And if they can't vote, then the old guard got other contingency plans to make sure they stay in power. And the old guard already knows that they're on their way out the door. I mean, just by age alone, they got another 25 years left, right? 25 years of the way life is. They're grooming and training the next gen to come in and be just like them. And it's not necessarily their offspring. It's the people that are wanting to be politicians, but they don't want to be just like you. There's no COVID-19. There's no coronavirus. No. All there is the old guard wanting to be what they are, stay in power, keep the money, keep the old money, stay as racist as they gotta be, and make sure you stay inside so they can call you lazy and weak and stupid and pointless, and you don't want to work, you don't want to do anything for your country, and all this other stuff. It's projection, man. That's what it is. So, hope you enjoyed that. And seeing that it's almost 20 minutes, I'm going to just stay it right here. Sidra Kennedy, Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Hey.